Look what finally came in the mail. The Raspberry Pi. I'm super excited to be able to do projects with this now. It came with an SD card, I think that has the OS loaded on it, a 5-volt power supply, and an HDMI to micro HDMI cable. And I also got all of these electronics, so we'll do something with them. First, let's make sure everything works. So we've got the power coming in here, display here, this is for the keyboard and mouse, and the SD card in the bottom. Now to boot it up. Sweet, so the SD card did already have the OS loaded on it. We just need to do the setup, then we're on our way. Nice, looks like everything's working. Now, I don't really want to have to plug the keyboard and display into the Raspberry Pi every time I want to use it, so I'm going to set up VNC. What VNC does is it lets you connect to the Raspberry Pi from other computers on the same Wi-Fi network, and then you can control it from there. I'm hoping that by doing this, I'll be able to control the Raspberry Pi without having the monitor, mouse, and keyboard plugged into it. Cool, we are now controlling the Raspberry Pi from my laptop. I'm like halfway through a beginner's Raspberry Pi course, so I can't do much yet, but I want to at least try turning on and off an LED using the Pi's GPIO pins. This is the circuit, it's super basic. It's just a green LED and a 330 ohm resistor connected in series. We connect the LED side to pin 5 and the resistor side to pin 39. It didn't break, and the LED's on. That's a good sign. Alright, so now I'm going to write some code to turn the LED off. Looks like the only Python IDE installed is Thonny, so I guess we'll use that. I might install VS Code on it later, but I don't really want to take up too much room because it's just got the SD card for storage. I could also code on my other machine, upload it to GitHub, then access it from the Pi that way, but I'll just use Thonny for now. So I think there's a few different Raspberry Pi libraries out there. I'm just going to use rpi.gpio because that's what they were using in the tutorial I watched. This set mode method is just so it knows which numbering scheme we're using to identify the pins. I set it to board, which just means 1 is the first pin on the board, 2 is the second pin on the board, all the way up to 40 being the 40th pin on the board. There are other numbering schemes as well that don't match up this way. The LED is on pin 5. When the voltage is high, the LED will be on, and when the voltage is low, the LED will be off. So if we output pin 5 low, the LED should turn off. It worked. So this should turn the LED back on. Yes. Okay, now that we know how to turn the LED off and on, we should be able to make it blink. Nice. I'll leave it there for today, but I'm thinking I could do more with this setup in the future. Maybe like a text to Morse code or something. I'll definitely be doing more Raspberry Pi videos in the future. If anyone knows any cool projects, leave them in the comments and I'll look into them. See ya.